Greetings, ladies. So, this is going to be our mini love reading for today. So, hope everybody's doing well. I just woke up from a nap, so I sound all ashy. But greetings. I hope everybody's doing good. Um, yeah, so I will still continue to do intuitive guidance, like just, no tools, no nothing, just God speaking. If I'm led to, I might use my own cards. Um, just not as a complete base or whatever, but I might use them just depending on how it goes. So we're going to keep it going per usual. I'm going to start with my list. I'm going to start with Miss Monica. Okay. Miss Monica, this is going to be your guidance for this week for your love situation. And like I was saying in the beginning of the video or the live or the video, I may use my own cards just if I'm led to, but just as a base, as a start, I will start the message. So let's see what wants to come through. I don't know if I said this last time or not, but it's like something about not being ready to hear something. Um, I think I did hear that, and I'm hearing it again. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I think it was um, the happy hours, but for some reason I heard that again. I feel like what God is saying, because I've experienced that before. Like certain things cannot be revealed to us based off of where we are, like in our receptivity to receive a message, whether it's something that's good, insightful that we need to know, whether it's something that may be a little bit triggering, whatever the case may be. If our we're not aligned right within ourselves, we're not, it's like almost like spiritual maturity on certain levels with certain messages that spirit wants to give to us. That's what I'm picking up from that. So let's see if there's anything. You're wrestling with something, or your person's wrestling with something, but I'm seeing like, the little hand thing where two people like arm wrestling. The you or the person you're asking about could be like wrestling with something, but I seen a woman's hand first. But you guys both could be kind of wrestling with some things um, personally, but it's like it's manifesting between the two of you. Could be like I'm getting control or like a power trip. Like both of you guys want to be in like you guys both want to be in control on some type of level and some type of capacity. Like one person wants to be the like ahead of something or be in control, or it could, I'm just getting a need to, I don't want to go too far and be like it could be this, could be that. Simply what I'm getting, like what God is showing me, is like there's a battle for control. Both of you guys are like fighting for control on some type of level. It's like this person is waiting to do something, say something. Like they're very anxious and they're questioning their moves. Like, okay, should I do not? Should I do that? It's like they're questioning their approach. It's gonna take their courage and like them to remove their pride to do whatever this is. I feel like they're just gonna have to put it completely to the side. They know that they're going to have to move fast not like they're being rushed, but they know that it's not something that they can just like just drag their feet and put off for another day, or try to pretend that something is not there when it is. So it's like whatever this is that they are intimidated or kind of hesitant to step forth or move towards, rather, I see them running towards something. I don't see them running away from. I see them running towards in a certain direction, um, to their right, like it's in the right direction. So it's like they're going my right. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Spirit, I feel like this is what I'm getting from the vision that I'm getting, um, because God speaks to me, um, like when I'm doing the guidances and stuff like this. I'll hear things, but mainly I'll see pictures or visions, like little mini movies. Um, and I keep hearing again, like, you're not ready. She's not ready to hear something. So, whatever it is, I feel like Spirit is telling you to prepare yourself. Like, you got to prepare yourself to receive whatever this is that Spirit is saying that you're not ready to hear. I don't get anything negative from this. Does it? I mean, even if it's not something that you exactly want to hear, that doesn't mean that it's negative either. But I feel like it's not something that is like a bummer type thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not getting that. It's like you gotta prepare your mind and your heart. I feel um, the best way to do that is to clear out anything in the heart and in the mind that could be like focused on past situations that were unfavorable, or um, expecting the worst case scenario, or your heart being blocked off. Like clear yourself and like pour that stuff out of you. Release it, remove it, whether that be through fasting it out, whether that be through praying it out, whether that be through like sitting and journaling and like just writing out everything that needs to go. And whether it's a memory, whether it's something a person did to you or said to you, or something you've done that you haven't forgiven yourself for, start seeking divine guidance to remove whatever is blocking you from being receptive, for your heart and for your mind. That's what I'm picking up. Okay, God, if this is us, Monica needs to know about the person she has on her heart and on her mind. Ask Holy Spirit to cover and protect and seal this guidance, this message. What does she need to know about how this person is currently feeling, God? What is truly in this person's heart? Reveal what is in this person's heart. This person is anxious. God, reveal. Remove me out of the way. I feel divinely convicted to honor our union. So there's something that, yeah, it's kind of the energy, like, of what I was feeling and what I was seeing. It's like a person pacing back and forth. They're anxious about something. So it's like now or never, or you in or you out, yes or no. It's like it needs to be a firm stance. I feel an insane familiarity with your energy, like we've done this before. So they feel like you guys, there's a familiarity here. I just want to make sure that it's a good energy and it's not a familiar spirit, like something that is attached to like one person's wound and insecurity is attracted or attached to another. You know what I mean? But they do feel some type of familiarity um, there. If you do feel like there's some type of toxic soul ties connected between you and this person, you can always set intentions as well, fast or what have you, to like release those toxicity, like that toxic pattern, whatever connects you to that's of toxicity, because that usually happens in connections, not just romantic ones. It can be in friendships as well, family. So whatever that familiarity that is like a toxic energy or spirit or something. So say like anything that can cause you guys to trauma bond because, hey, I had a rough childhood. My dad did this to me. Oh, yeah, I had a rough childhood. I didn't really have a good relationship with my dad either. And it's like it could also manifest into codependency and ghosting and different types of things. So just make sure that those, you sit with yourself and say, okay, what things could be between us that are commonalities, or what kind of wound was it within me that is open to have something like that latch on to me, or um, whatever he has going on within himself that is familiar with energies within me, that are space I have in my body or my temple or my aura that can attract that to me, if that makes sense. Then you have I feel like I need to keep my eyes on you. So yeah, it's like, again, remember that need to kind of control, um, somehow control the narrative, kind of keep a close eye in a place where I feel safe enough to trust you, and so on and so forth. Um, I feel like I need to protect you from my drama. Okay, so again, it's like a hesitance there. I keep picking that up from them. The biggest thing that I'm more so picking up, like, for you, is like on your end of things, because I'm very careful now of like giving out, oh, this could happen and that type. I don't like doing that. Like I said, if God gives it to me, I'll share it. But if it's not something that I'm getting from God, I don't like pulling it out. You know what I mean? So um what I'm being guided to tell you is that you like need to prepare yourself. That's the biggest thing. um Prepare your mind, prepare your space. That's the biggest thing. Prepare your mind and prepare your space, like your mind, your heart, and releasing any type of ties between you and another person is the biggest thing that I'm picking up. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you, Monica. I hope that that resonates. Okay, y'all. Much love to you as always. I should have went to the bathroom before I did this, but all right, Miss Jacquie. All right, Miss Jacquie. I might use one of my decks if I feel led to. Um, at least one of them, probably the How Do They Feel one. But other than that, I'm going to do my intuitive guidance. You didn't put a person down, so I don't know if that's necessary to like pull anything with cards. I'll just go in intuitively and ask God to show me what you need to know. Okay, I'm seeing jump, like a child playing jump rope. So it's something that's happening like with the inner child, like it's a um like you're going back and forth in some type of way when it comes to the inner child. Um it's like something that it's something that's either, clarify this, God. I hear going back and forth, and it's connected to the inner child. This is what I'm hearing. It's a cause of relationship patterns. It's something that's like a back and forth thing. It may have not been fully addressed, whatever this is in the inner child. Um, Cause like it's jump rope. Like jump rope is like it spins, but like the person, it's almost like I'm seeing someone bounce back and forth. It's almost like double dutch actually. I don't know how to explain it. Like even double dutch is not really back and forth type of movement, but that's what I'm seeing. Um, I just heard love is a sport. So that could be like a mentality or something subconscious that you have where you feel like love is a sport. Like you got to play a game with love or take some type of gamble, like something that's not um, unconditionally. And I feel like unconditional when it comes to love that you may have been taught as a child or something you witnessed as a child. Um, there's also a fine line, and this is another thing I'm picking up, between being in an inner childlike place, a childlike faith, childlike heart, versus being like childish or naive, or even denying that part of yourself that has that childlike nature, like a fresh like a fresh sense of being, if that makes sense. Not carrying the weight of the past, like um, that playful nature in love is kind of like you go in and out of that. You don't fully like stay in that, or something that's being going back and forth. And I hope this is making sense to you. I also feel too like if there's a specific relationship that there's like a back and forth between you and a person, it's connected to your inner child, both of your inner child, both to childhood, the pain from the inner child, or just programming and things like that. Um, I feel like societal programming and things like that. Because I'm seeing a playground, and it's not just you, that I feel like we all have this, you know, different things from our childhood that can affect us differently, and also can affect us in love and stuff like that. I feel like the person, it's like a specific person, or it's like people where you feel like it's a back and forth thing between you and a person, or just like like a certain pattern that keeps repeating itself in love or something like that. I'm getting. It's like a back and forth thing, like just going back and forth, and I feel like um, I feel like that the root of it is connected to the inner child. So like there's a person involved where their inner child is also like playing out in how they relate to their love relationships. And I feel it's what's causing the back and forth, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I feel like it's a thing that was taught to you, because I'm seeing a man, it's like a strange man there with his hand out, like you know how our parents, they don't talk to strangers and don't take candy from strangers and stuff like that. These kids are running up to this man. So it's like something that as a child that you were taught not to do, but it's like you might be playing out the opposite, or you do the opposite in love. And I don't feel like it's only just that. I feel like when God tells you, like when Spirit tells you something, it's like the opposite is being done almost. It's like running up to danger. That's exactly what I just like. That's a weird, what I just saw. It was like a strange man in a suit. He looks official and everything, but his energy, like he looks dark. Like he looks like he's a shadow, or he's in the shadows, and his hand is out like this, and kids are running up to him. So it's like parents telling us, don't walk up to strangers, don't take anything or accept anything from a stranger, and that the kids are like willingly running up to him. So I feel like that represents something significant. Mm. So I'm getting two messages from this, like what I'm being shown, that um, what God is saying to you, and I feel like also your spiritual team, like they're not going to allow anything to happen to you when it comes to love. Like there's things that God will allow us to go through. It's not something that's necessarily in the plans for you, but it's like there's that free will, and it's like certain things God allows, and it may even be used for a better for you as far as wisdom or experience and things like that are built to strengthen your character, but it's not always in the plans. There's something with the inner child where it's like in being more embracive of the inner child, and it's also acknowledging parts of the childhood that causes some type of like um, imbalance, where it's like a bouncy ball. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm just seeing a whole bunch of like childlike things. So definitely something with the inner child needs to be addressed. Um, like look to find the pattern. Ask God to reveal to you like what's the pattern between this relationship and this relationship over here. Why is it this cycle? Why is it this always like this repetitive thing? And ask to be revealed what the root cause of that, so that you can address it, and you're able to extract it. So it's like if you think about a weed in the dirt, you got to get to the root of it. You got to pull that root up in order to remove that weed out of the garden. So same thing with our healing. We got to get to the genesis of the root of that thing and pull it up in order to even, eliminate it and remove it. So that's what I'm saying. Um, that's the biggest thing that wants to come out. That was like very strong. Like the energy was very strong and it was very clear. So I hope that resonates with you. I hope that helped you. Okay. Where we at? 22. Okay. So, is it Natalie or Natalia? If I put it wrong, I apologize. I might have wrote it down wrong. Um, so I do straight intuitive guidance. Just allow God to reveal and show me whatever it is that needs to be said or shown or revealed, whatever. I just allow myself to receive however God speaks. I might use my own decks. I have not been using cards in any of my guidances and stuff like that. I've just been being a just pure vessel, nothing outside of the self. But if anything, I'll use my own decks during this live if I'm led to. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start and just ask God to come through and give you some insight. I don't know why I'm hearing the Full House. Um, I don't know why I'm hearing the Full House theme song. And for some reason, I saw Uncle Jesse. Like, that's weird. Is it Uncle Jesse? What's his name? John Stamos' character. That's very interesting. When I got that, the first thing that came to me, um, there's like a desire for like a big family. There's desire for stability. There's desire for a home. Um, that was very weird. But I feel like it's like a desire for a family unit and family dynamic that's desired, that's wanted. Um, you want someone that is like the hot boy, or this person could be like that type of personality where they have like a bad boy side to them, or they're like the cool guy, but you want that like stability, that home. I guess Uncle Jesse, like the character or his personality or something, because I just seen that, like that flashed. Um, that desire to have a partner that is still like spunky and still spontaneous, or like, has that cool side to them. They're not like the dad from Full House or whatever, Uncle Joey Goofy or whatever, but he has like that heartthrob type appeal, but I can still have a home with him. I can still have kids and all of that. I feel like that's a desire of yours that's coming up. Why are you showing me this, God? I don't know if I've ever read for you before, and I feel like sometimes I need to give people a clear warning because like my messages, I'm not a soothsayer. Just I don't sugarcoat things, and sometimes that can ruffle people's feathers. But if it's something that needs to be said, it is what it is. I kind of feel uh, this is what God is saying with the TV show. Like the TV show, it's like it is an image. It's a program. It's a TV show. It's acting. It's not reality. There may be some type of impression or desire upon something in the way that you desire it, which is not what it is, or wanting something to be something that it is not, or wanting the person to be something that they are not. Um, it's like a desire to make something be. Um, because of a fantasy or because of an impression or a desire, and like putting that on a person. It's kind of what I'm getting from this. So I feel like the thing is God is saying to be mindful and just kind of check self to make sure that it's not that you're trying to paint something or put something on a person that's not there, going off of maybe a potential or desire of what you would like to see rather than seeing what is in front of you. Because there's a difference between having faith in the unseen, but it's also like when you're seeing something that is not of your highest good and it's constantly being revealed, or something that you know is not something that you can press upon another person, and that person is refusing, or they're not that. um it's like make sure that it's not a projection of, yeah, that's the word I'm thinking. It's not a projection of what it is that is desired, rather than what it truly is, or what this person is showing you or revealing to you. um I feel like there's a desire for it to feel that welcomeness, that comfort, that um someone you feel like safe with, or you feel a sense of familiarity with this person. But again, you have to make sure that you're seeing things for what they are, and that you're not painting a picture of what it is that you want to see. Whatever that means to you, that's exactly how I'm getting it. Is the thing that you desire, is it something that you can fully build with this person? Because let's take this for instance. This person may have the characteristics of, the excitement and the attractiveness that you want, but do they have the qualities of being a good father or being a good husband or whatever? This is just hypothetically. This does not have to be your desire, but I feel like that being shown, the full house thing and everything, I feel like that is some type of desire that's there. The desire is there already. It's not so much the person. They may highlight it more. They may trigger the desire more to have that. But I feel like the desire is already there. So you have to make sure, does this person really fit that true heart's desire that has been given to me by God for, the type of partnership that I really want? Is this person fit into that? Or is it just that this vessel happens to be something that like I feel a chemistry for, I do feel some type of connection with them? Or is it really that this person is that? So a lot of times people will look at a person that they're interested in, and try to make them fit the shoes. But if this person is not able to be that, and this isn't to say that they are, they aren't, only you know that personally by what you're being shown. This isn't I hope that they'll get it, or I hope they'll get it together, or I hope that um, if I stick around long enough, or if this happens or that happens, then this person will come. It's not that. This is looking at things for what is being shown. The thing about our creator, the thing about God, is that there's no hidden agendas. There's no oh, I'm just gonna hide it from her and she'll never be able to see the things in truth. It's up to us. how we take the things that are laid out in front of us. There's no hidden agendas, there's no trickery with the divine. So whatever you need to see in the situation is right there in front of you, whether it is or it isn't. Is it a counterfeit or is it the real thing for you? It's there. You have to look at the proof there. If the person is actually pursuing you, are they exhibiting these behaviors that they are someone that is going to be a stable partner, or are they showing you that they're not even available, or they're not showing integrity? It's like there's some things that I feel like Spirit is saying for you to look at, not a mirage or a projection screen, because for some reason that introduction stands out to me very strongly. Like, God speaks to me in visions. I'll hear things as well. Like, sometimes I'll hear music, sometimes I'll hear something audible, but like a word or a phrase. But visions, really, the visions that I'm seeing, the pictures, they're metaphors. So I hope that makes sense. I'm not being led to pull any cards. I feel like the message is pretty clear. Like, it was just like that, boom, like immediately. So I'm not getting anything about the person. I feel like when that happens, because this happens quite a bit, like if we ask a question like, how does this person feel about me? God will completely just like flip it back on a person and be like, no, we're not going to talk about that. We need to talk about this, because there's a reason. Sometimes that could be a distraction at times from paying it, because it's something I feel like Spirit is just telling you to use your discernment. And it's not, you have to use your discernment in any situation, whether it be Mr. Right or not. When you first you're dating someone, or you're in a relationship, or you're in a friendship, or you're in a business situation with someone, you have to always use your discernment. It's not saying to be paranoid, but it's like people show you who they are through the things that they say, their character, through their actions, how they treat others, how they treat you. You just have to pay attention to that. And we can't overlook it because, oh, that's someone that I want to be with, or I'm attracted to him or her, or because, oh, I like them as a friend, or, oh, I don't want to lose my job. Like, you got to be honest with yourself. And I feel like that's what Spirit is saying, to make sure that you're not projecting. And it's okay to be honest with yourself, because a lot of times we will project. Like, we have desires in our heart. So with things, we always want to look for the best. We always want to hope for the best. But you have to make sure that you're seeing things as they really are. Not fight me. I don't know why people are sending me messages, but okay. But I really do hope that helped you. Like, it leads you in the right direction. And anything that you, and I tell everyone this, we have to seek divine counsel first, directly from source, before we go outside of ourselves. Because, man, we're flawed. We're flawed as humans. We're not God. We don't know everything. Even me as a messenger of God, I can be flawed. Some things will come to me, and some things God will withhold from me, because it might be something personal to you that you're supposed to get directly from source. Especially when it comes to relationships or people, just ask God to reveal a person's heart to you, or who they are, what's their intentions, who they are as a person. God will reveal that to you. However, whether you call it the universe, whatever, however source, however the divine creator speaks to you, that's not something that the creator will ever withhold from us. Especially if it's somebody that doesn't have our best interest. God will send us warnings. God will send us impressions for us to be like, oh, wait a minute, hold up. I don't know if this person is trustworthy. I don't know if I should go to this grocery store today. Like, just ask about this person. Forget what somebody's feeling, and I'm saying this to whoever else is watching too. When I upload this, but forget how the person feels for a moment, and, oh, are they interested? What's their intentions truly, and who are they as a person? And do they, like, scratch that? Does this person even serve my highest good? And I'm learning that now. Like, this person may really like me. This person could have feelings for me, but if they're not for me, God, show me. Protect my heart, and save me the trouble of even having to go through the ups and downs to even figure that out, so that my time is not wasted and they're not wasting their time. You know what I mean? So however far along this situation is or how deep it is, you want to know what your creator has in store for you and if this is your best. And that might be something you throw out the window. That's your free will choice. But um, source first before anybody else outside of you. Okay? Source first. God first. All right? So that was your message. Okay. All right. Miss Bree. All right, Miss Bree. Let's tap into your situation. Some of you guys, I gotta remember who asked about specific people and who didn't, because some ladies did not put a person and some just wanted to know about their own loves, their own situation outside of a person. So okay, there is a person. Okay. I've been just doing this clear, just clear, no, I lost my train of thought. I'm just gonna do this pure channel, like just pure from God, whatever messages that want to come through. If I feel led, I might use my own cards. I'm not using them as my base or anything like that because I've been doing this without them for like a few weeks now. So it's like I don't really need it. But if I'm called to, I might. So yeah, let's go ahead and just tap into what God wants to say. I get like you guys don't know how to express yourselves. It's kind of like um, light-hearted tension. I'm not getting like negative tension or anger. It looks like tension, like light-hearted tension. Like there's something that wants to be said, but it could be like shyness or just not comfortable with being vulnerable in some type of way. And I feel like you both may be showing this to each other, or it's something that is being felt between the two of you in some way. Like there's a hesitance there to express self, to make something known to each other. I feel like it's a subtle thing, but it's obvious, if that makes sense. I just heard taunting. There is some type of childlike games or something, like someone kind of, it's almost like immaturity in love, and I feel like it's coming from the male as far as like the games, or like his approach with love is like game-ish, like playing games. um I'm not encouraging this, I'm just telling it like it is, how I'm seeing it. They actually look like a stick figure or something. It looks very weird how I'm seeing this. I get like childlike stuff, childish. um this person is keeping you at arm's length. Like it's, yeah, it's almost like you can't really get close to this person, even if even if you're around this person, you're not able to get close to them. It's like they're kind of keeping you at arm's length. And I feel like, again, it's um, this fear of vulnerability. It's like a lack of, it's like a lack of, it's like, I don't want to say confidence, but it is in a way, but it's like childlike behavior, not knowing how to um, express themselves as an adult. It's like a lack of emotional maturity in a sense, I feel. I'm going to say this. Like I've said to many other ladies when I do these messages and stuff like that, you have to seek God first with anything. And it's like when it comes to love, especially seeking God about a person and if the person's even worth your time, and being honest with yourself. If you're looking for a love relationship, like wherever you're at within your love life, ask God, like, what's the best um, situation for me right now, or what do you have in store for me as far as love? Where do you want me to place my focus? And if it's for me to be dating right now, is this person worth my time to date? If you have a desire to be in a relationship, like something serious, and you know what you want in love, does this person really fit that? Or am I just like settling for this person because I like them, I'm attracted to them, I feel a chemistry with them, I feel some type of a connection or some type of attachment, like, and I'm gonna just be straight up with whoever's watching. It's not just you, but it's time to be um, mature about love and be mature about um, your like spiritual. Be spiritually mature now. Like there's no excuses. Whoever um, is coming to me for guidance, I have a responsibility when I say these things that I say. I want to make sure that I'm in complete divine alignment and under the will of God when I say what I say. And there's no sugarcoating, there's no soothsaying, like, oh, this is what's going to happen. And we're just going to just focus on how someone else feels. And at a time that might have been cool for where I was spiritually on my journey, and the type of messages that I was deliver at certain times. But right now, it's very important. Like if you desire to really have a relationship, you have to know what you're in for and who you're dating. And that's not something that God is going to withhold from us with telling us who people are, because God wants to keep us in alignment and wants to keep us with people that really serve our greatest good. It's like a headache to go out of our way and just date people because we want to date them. If we knew right off the bat that that person wasn't going to be what we were looking for, we probably wouldn't go into it. Um, with knowing that it does take a lot of courage and bravery to be like, okay, I got to ask God, the universe, whatever you feel comfortable saying, creator, the divine, whatever. I got to go seek God first and source first before I go to someone else or ask just, the bare minimum, how does this person feel? Do they want to be with me thing? Because in spite of that, like a person, um, an F-boy, yeah, he might have feelings for you, or he, at the bare minimum, he might be attracted to you or whatever, or think about being in a relationship with you, but where is his heart really at? Like, what is in his heart? What type of character does he have? If you knew that, it's like, oh, that might break the fantasy. But if you saved yourself the trouble before you get into a situation with anybody, whether that be romantically, whether that be a friendship, whether that be a job, and say, is this going to benefit me in the end? Is this really the job for me? Or is this friend, is this person really a friend? Do they have my best intentions? Should I be going to this party? Blah, blah, blah. Like, if we sought God in those things, it would save us a lot of trouble. But thank God we have discernment that tells us. But when it comes to love, a lot of times we do not listen to our discernment because we allow our emotions and we allow our flesh to, overrule that and be like, but I love him, but I want him. Oh, but even if it's just a projection, I want him to be where I hope he could be. And it's like, once you get your emotions tied up, it's hard to let that vision of what you see a person to be or what you desire, the fantasy that's been created, to be let go of. I would say to you, the best thing is to consult God spirit, whatever you call the creator, divine creator, God, uh, is this person of my highest good? And be open to how the message comes through. Be very specific in your question, like, please reveal to me if this person is of my highest good. Is it someone that I need to continue with, or is it someone that I need to leave the door open for? Because, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory if a person is like playing games, or they're not being direct with you, or you've been dating them for a long time, but they haven't really given you clear of what they're going to do, or they're in and out of your life, or you just don't feel peace with this connection. Like, certain signs will tell you whether or not a person is of your highest good by their behavior. Um, discernment versus commonalities and things that we're used to and what we become to believe as normal relationships kind of is a battle between the discernment and that. But deep down inside, we always know whether something is for our highest good or not. So Spirit is saying to just check that, go within. You have nothing to lose. If it's something that is for you, you'll know. And if it's not for you, it's going to, once you remove that out of the way, you make more room for what is for you. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonated and helped you. I didn't feel led to pull on anything because it's pretty clear. But I hope that makes sense. And I'm going to move on to Miss Briana. Okay, Miss Briana, let's see what's going on with you. There's something lingering, it's like something lingering. I feel like it's connected to, like how you see yourself. I'm not gonna get too like personal over live because just in case, I don't want to be offensive. And you can like message me later, but if you already know what it is, you'll know. But I feel like it's something with how you see yourself, how you view yourself physically as well. Because I'm seeing like it's a floaty thing. It's like it looks like a character from a movie, and it's like a big floaty thing in the sky. I had not a blimp, but it's almost something like that. Like it's like a big old character balloon thing. It's big. I can't explain it, but anyway, it's like it's floating in your mind space. I feel like the air represents your mind, what's going on, even subconsciously, like in your spirit. There's something about how you see yourself that's like weighing heavy on you, that you've been dealing with, and I feel like it's connected to your love life. I would say this is something that you're dealing with. This is something that is coming up for a reason, because I feel like it's time for you to fully release it, because it's like a balloon thing. It's like once it's in the sky, it's like you're releasing it. You're letting it go. So you're dealing with it, but at the same time, it is like being released, but it's still in your mental space. It's something that's on your mind. It has been on your mind lately. Yeah, that's something. It's pretty clear. Like the sky is clear. So I feel like um, this is something I don't feel like is a new circumstance or something new that you've been working towards letting go of or freeing yourself of. You are letting it go. You're releasing it. Because it's on higher ground, like it's above and it's in the sky, you can see it for what it is. Like, okay, I'm beating myself up. This is from such and such situation, or this is from childhood, blah, blah. Like, these things already. It's just continuing to release it, continuing to purge it. I feel guided to share this. I had a situation last night, and it was like completely innocent. I was with my family, like visiting my family while I'm out here, And my aunt was showing us a picture of someone, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, she's just so beautiful, blah blah blah," and it triggered something within me, because it's like an image, like we are taught that what is beautiful in society, and you know, it just kind of triggered some things, and like, okay, well, I'm still single and I'm getting older, and certain societies' views of what beauty is, you know, the fair skin, the skinny ones, um, you know, they have a better chance than I do. Like, all this different stuff was starting to come up, um, just starting to like rise up. And I realized that that was something that I needed to heal. So, I feel like it might come in like little things that could just be innocent. It just something that sparks it, and acknowledging it. The more you acknowledge that it's there, but at the same time getting to the root of that, and releasing it, because it can be um, something that sabotages the self. It could be something that blocks you. Um, it could be something that stagnates you, and just keeps you stuck in love, especially how we see ourselves, how we view ourselves, and all of that. It's something, like I said, I feel like you know what it is, like you have a divine perspective on it. It's not something I feel like that you are oblivious to. It is something that follows you, because if you think about, like, as you're driving, those blimps, they kind of like, they stay in your view until you completely get out of the city or wherever you're at. But like, as long as you're in that area, you're going to see it, right? It's like it's there, it's hovering, it's very, you know, it's right there. That's kind of like what I'm seeing. That's the vision that I'm seeing. So it's like something that kind of follows you in a sense, but I feel it's going to, um, the more you become light about it and not heavy about it, and you see it for what it is in a divine way, divine sight, it's going to be released. But you have to be more proactive in the layers that it comes in, how it attacks you, and ask spirit, your spiritual team, to cut the cords with that and release it. And I'm learning more too, like when we release things, when we seal things up, seal it with love, seal it with the opposite of what we just released, or fill yourself up with the opposite of what you just released. The more you do that, if it's connected to a person, if it's connected to something someone said or something you said about yourself, replace those things with something that is of love, or, you know, encouragement or support, the opposite of what was said, or um, what someone has done to you. You remove those things out of yourself and fill it up with the opposite. But that is pretty much what I'm seeing, like, to tell you. I'm not getting anything else. It's pretty much what I'm seeing and what I'm like, yeah. So yep, let me know if that resonated and if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next person. Okay. Let me see, because some people did ask about a person and some people did not. So I just want to make sure that I got everybody. Let me see. Where you at? Margarita, come on now. Okay. All right, so let's see your person. All right, so what I've been doing, if you're not familiar, I don't know. What I've been doing is just being a pure channel, no no tools. I might, if I'm led to, might use one of my own cards, like my own oracle cards. But if not, I'm just gonna, if everything is just coming through clear, I don't need any tools and stuff like that, then that's the route that I'm going to go. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into what is coming up for you. Feel seeing an elevator. It's like it's shutting and it's opening. Elevators can represent like something elevating, um, something that is um, like leveling up. There's some type of feeling that I'm getting. Let me open this because it's like dark in here. I was taking a nap like an hour or so ago. There's like this feeling that I'm picking up. It's like soon as like it feels or something is like going to the next level or something, the door is closed, like, or something stops it. That's what I keep saying. So whether it's in this specific situation with this person or this is like what you feel like the story of your love life is or something, but I feel like this elevator represents elevation, but it's like doors, the doors shut, like keep shutting. Um mm. I do get someone is like very sensitive in the situation, like a big, like it's like a loving person. I'm almost seeing like someone that looks kind of like babyish, like baby like. Excuse me. It's like opposites here too. Like one person is like very sensitive, very emotional maybe even, and then another person is very skeptical. It's like two opposite energies. There's something, it's almost like I'm seeing people kissing. It's like a glimpse, and then that elevator closes. It's like you feel like you almost can touch something as soon as you get close to it, or something seems to be progressing, something stops it, or someone runs. It's something like that, but it's protection. There's something with protection, whether it's not the right time or it's not the right person or people or the situation. It's like there's something um, with protection. Hmm. Forgive me if I'm not really getting anything. I'm gonna be honest. For some reason, it's not a lot that wants to come up. Um, I've mm, not getting a um, mm, to be honest, like I'm not feeling any strong connection. The connect, like connecting, like how I see it is like people, their take on connections is like intensity and strong attraction and oh, this is happening, I feel this and this happened between us and blah blah blah, and I can't get this person off my mind, or I keep seeing their name, or I'm having dreams about them and stuff. I don't equate that always as like a strong connection. A lot of times like it's it's energy, it's chemistry. There is something there, but a lot of like, I'm talking about like a pure like string of a connection where there is no like, I'm just not seeing that. And I mean, I mean, I'm gonna say don't shoot the messenger, but I mean, if you're upset with me, that's cool. I had to be honest on what I'm seeing. Like, I don't like forcing messages, whether it be with cards or not with cards. Like, if I don't see something, it's not clear, something's not coming out, it's for a reason. And I don't like to force and pull or just like start making up shit. Even if I'm, excuse my language, even if I'm not seeing anything, I don't just like, let me just like, it doesn't make sense to do that. But I'm not seeing anything. The biggest message that I was getting is just like protection, and you might feel um, almost like something is a disadvantage to you because these elevator doors, they keep closing. Like, it'll go to another level and it's like a door shuts or something. It's like a glimpse into, like, you could see a glimpse of people kissing and then the door shuts. So it's like, and I almost feel too like for some reason I'm not supposed to tap into um, this for whatever reason. The biggest thing is I'm hearing protection. Um, like, this is so weird. I'm hearing it's ladies' night. Like, it just, I'm not getting anything intense, or I'm not getting anything um, about the connection. I don't know if this is someone that you have a personal relationship with, or if it's something where it's just like you guys are not together, or it might be someone you're interested in or something like that, but it's like nothing's hardly coming up. The energy, um, it seems, it's like attraction, passion, but I'm not getting anything else other than that. Not getting anything like of concrete or um, like divine will and energy. Like, I'm not seeing any of that. I'm not picking that type of energy up. Like, everything I'm seeing is like very kind of sexual images, and that's probably why I'm being stopped not to go too far into what I'm seeing. But like kissing, like people like partying and like kissing, it's like, I don't know why I'm seeing that. It's interesting. Not getting anything else. Yeah, to be honest, like, I'm not picking anything up. Like, it's not much messages. If there's something that you want to know firsthand, and I will always tell people this because as messengers, whatever you want to call, you know, people with gifts, seers, prophets, whatever, tarot readers, whatever, before you go to any outside medium, I would always suggest to anybody, please go to source. Please go to God first. Whether you call it God, source, whatever, universe, go to divine direct source first about anything that you have a question about. The only time that we should ever seek outside of ourselves for clarity, exactly, for clarity, anytime we should seek outside of ourselves is when we need confirmation or we need clarity about something. Or if God leads us to do that. Because a lot of times, as vessels, we're humans just like you. We're not God. We are, we don't have all of the information, and sometimes we don't get everything. Like, some things are told to us in part, some things may be left out that we're not supposed to go into, or something that is just for you and between spirit, between you and source, between you and God. That, so if I'm getting a message, it's what God allows me to get. And that's why I always say, like, don't get your hopes all put into a vessel or someone that has a gift, because we're only able to get so much guidance and so much information. Source, God should be your first go-to, and that's with anything in life, especially with love. So I would say this, that if you feel like you're not getting the answers that you seek, and I'm not talking about what the flesh desires to hear, like, oh, are they in love with me, are they not, are we going to be together, are we not that type of information, not that type of insight. If this person is of my highest good, period, so that can eliminate those questions and save me from desiring something from somebody that may not be that, in spite of what I desire, in spite of what I think in my own perception. Oh, if this person is for me, are they not? Oh, I want to be with them, or I feel this towards them. In spite of all of that, at the end of the day, what does Source say? What does God say at the end of the day? Because the universe, whatever you feel comfortable with saying, that created you, created everybody else, knows your beginning and knows your end, and knows what's for your highest good, knows what's really going to be something that truly fulfills you. A lot of times we think we know what we want because we desire it for so many different reasons. But it's like when something better comes along, it's like, oh, I didn't even, I didn't know that this was something I even wanted. It's better than what I asked for. So be open to however Spirit reveals these things to you. But I would say this, I say this all the time, and I tell everybody this that gets these types of guidances and stuff. They ask about love. Did you go to Source first and ask if this person is even of my highest good? Did you ask for God to reveal to you who this person is, what they're about, what's truly in their heart? Because yeah, they might be attracted to you, or this person could desire to be with you. You could have been living with them for years, but have you asked God to ever reveal this person's heart to you? And the people will show you who they are. They will tell you what their intentions are, whether they tell you out of their mouth, whether they show you through their actions, how they treat you, how they treat others, what their history, their background is. You'll learn a lot about a person without them even having to say anything. God allows us to experience certain things because all of the information is already there. But all we have to do is just ask. Is this meant for me to take out this loan? Is this good for me to invest in this business? Is this good for me to hang out with this person? Does this person have my best intentions? Should I go on a date with this person? Should I give this person my number? Should I go for this job? Ask those types of questions. It saves us a lot of trouble when we do that. And that's the blessing about Spirit and God. There's no mystery. There's no trickery. God will tell us straight up, no, this is for you. But at the end of the day, it's up to us whether we receive that or not, whether it be something we wanted to hear or something we didn't want to hear. We have to be open once we ask God to reveal something to us, or the universe, whatever. We remove our ego out of the way, we remove our emotions to the side, and we use our discernment. It will be revealed. So, yeah. Um, Sometimes it's a bummer, like I can't tell people everything, and I know some people come in with expectations of what they want a reading to say and a reader to say, and it's unfair because we're just vessels. Like, if anyone has any type of integrity when they read for people, or whether they prophesy for people, whatever, gotta be completely divinely under God's will, and in a space to even deliver a message. If you don't have anything to say, you shouldn't just be trying to force something to be said. If it's nothing that's coming up, or it's something other than what a person is seeking, you still got to honor that and say what you have to say. So that is the unfortunate thing. I'm, I'm, I'm just a vessel, and I really do mean that. I'm not God. That anybody that has a gift, it's not something that we just exploit, at least not people with integrity. You don't just exploit it and be like, oh, I'm just gonna take this person's money and just tell them what this person wants to hear. Oh, this person feels this about you. If I'm not getting something, or if it's going to be a different message than telling a person how a person feels about them, or if they want to be together, or if they're going to be together. And that's another thing too. If I'm not getting any prophetic insight into something that's going to happen, I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to just pull something out of the hat. To me, that feels unnatural. Sometimes God will allow you to see glimpses into the future, but if it's not naturally like something that is downloaded into me, and I don't have to like fetch for it, I usually like to go about that route. So if I'm not getting anything future tense, I don't even go into it. So I hope that makes sense from what you did gather. And yeah, this is for anybody else that's watching. Like, the hop skipping between readers and watching this reading, that reading. You got to be very discerning and careful with that, what you're tapping into, what you're watching, because it might not be for you. It might be something that just adds more confusion, and that's why you have to go to source, like readers and all of that. Like, you have to be careful with that, and going to people for advice and guidance, even if you're just going to a friend just to ask them, hey, how do you feel about this? If you haven't consulted spirit, like, you got to have your own relationship between you and God. Like, everybody has the ability to tap in and to get guidance. It's not like some people have different levels of gifts and different ways that they use their gift, but we all have that channel to connect with source, to connect with our divine source, our divine creator. So there's nothing that we cannot receive, if not more than what a reader can see, because it's our own business, our own information and guidance. So if I ask a question, if it be in divine will for me to know it at the time that I ask, God is going to reveal it to me. Someone outside of God or me is not a responsible source. You know what I mean? Like, they're not someone that you should put all of your responsibility and hope into, because people get upset when you don't tell them something, or you can't tell them something, or you don't tell them what they want to hear. It don't work like that. Like, you gotta take more accountability for that. We're not God, and a lot of people have put these tarot readers and stuff in the position of being God, and like getting them all hyped up, and then they get mad when something doesn't manifest or it doesn't happen, because they sat down and watched something and it might have resonated, or resonated at least on an emotional level where it felt good, it fits into what they desire or what they want to believe, so it resonates with them. Or it could even resonate with their situation, but they're not using their discernment, if this is all meant for me, if this is all true, if this is really God speaking through this person, or is this my angel speaking, or is this just something that sounds good, or is it something to add more confusion to me? I have to be careful what I tap into, what I watch, what I listen to, what I pay for. So I'm always going to keep it 100 and tell you what I see. And if I don't see something, I'm going to say, I don't see anything. This is what I'm getting. And always to seek God first. Like, I am not God. Nobody else is God. Okay? Long spiel, but I feel like it needed to be said. Okay, so I'm going to go to Shamia. Hopefully you pronounce Shamia. Hopefully I said that right. Let's see if you had a person in mind. Sometimes I don't even need to even look at the person, like what was asked. Just ask God to reveal to me. Okay. You didn't put a person's name down, so I'm just gonna leave it open to spirit. And how I've been doing it, if you're not familiar with the changes and stuff, I haven't been using any cards for a minute now. I just allow God to use me as a vessel and download anything that I need to say or hear, see, whatever. If anything, I might use my own cards, and if I'm guided to. If not, if it's just a pure, clear channel, like whatever needs to come out, it'll come out. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into I feel like you're frustrated with where you're at with your love life. I see a woman banging on her steering wheel. And when I see cars, because this is one of the symbols that God will use for me to let me know, like, someone's path, or they're on their journey, or they're headed somewhere. I see a car, and it looks like you're parked. You're frustrated, like you're beating the steering wheel. It's not funny, but this is just what I saw. But it's like you're frustrated with where you're at. Kind of feel like stagnant, or just nothing moving. There's like a lot of distractions right now. There's a lot of distractions. Because I was hearing that Ariana Grande song that they keep playing on the radio every 5 minutes. And it came through, and I didn't feel like God was saying, oh, this is a message per se, like something for you. It felt like it's something to distract. It's like something that's like constantly in the background. There's something in your mind that's like a distraction or distracting you from getting to the exact root as to where you're at. It's not why you're at where you're at, but more so like just letting you know where you're at in your love journey. Because there's something that is trying to be given to you. And also, another thing that I get when I see cars is like, we have a destination that we're supposed to get to, but we have to know the address, right? The directions, how to get there. So if you feel like you're directionless, it's like you could be receiving divine instructions, but it's like if there's a lot going on in your mind or you're constantly distracted, even distracted by the very thing that you're going to get guidance about. So let's say in this instance, in this case, love. If you're constantly distracted by the thought of love and romance and stuff like that, you can't get direction on what to do, right? Because you can't hear God. You can't hear that inner voice. You can't hear that divine instruction, right? So I feel like Spirit is saying, like, pay attention to the distractions, not like feeding into them, but acknowledge that there's a distraction. What is that distraction? If it's love, when is it coming? If it's a specific person, if it's what happened in your past, if it's fear, if it's why everybody else, not me, shut that down for a second and ask God to show you, where's your next step? What am I supposed to be doing in this season? If it has anything to do with love right now, if you want me to put that to the side, or you got this, or it's going to unfold the way it's going to, or you want me to put my focus in career, or put my focus in healing, or put my focus in family, whatever it is right now, you have to make yourself available to hear that inner voice. One of the best ways to do this, um, is to fast from whatever's distracting you. So if it's a person, don't check their social media. Uh, don't check on that person. Don't get no readings about this person, whatever the case may be. If it's everybody else, oh, this person's got this going on, and oh, how come she's, this is happening for her, blah, 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 everybody else but me. Maybe get off social media for a day or something like that, for a few hours, something, or minimize your time, like something, like fast yourself from the distraction is what I'm getting. Like, fast from that. Like, take a day away from something, a few hours from something, and in that period of fasting from whatever that is, spend time with God, creator, whatever, source, spirit, whatever. Spend time with source, God. Spend that time to really hear. Because it's like when we eliminate all of the distractions and stuff like that, one of the things for me is like eating. I'll fast a few hours out of the day, maybe even like the full first half of the day, and I won't eat until that night, just so I could hear clear. Like, I'm starving the flesh. And one of the things too, I will say, is social media is a big distraction for me, especially like, okay, well, I know I got to post some stuff, business stuff here and there, whatever. I might update some stuff, whatever, but I need to get off after I do what I do and not spend too much time dwelling on social media. I would say for you to, like, I feel like you would know what you might need to take a break from that is a distraction, so that you can hear instructions. And if it's anything in regards to a person, you also have to keep in mind too that if you're not clear about a situation with a person, your first go-to shouldn't be anybody else outside of you and God. Like, going to a friend and asking them a question, or getting opinions from this person, that person, or getting readings or watching readings, or looking for signs and stuff like that, without consulting God first and asking God to reveal to you, asking, going for yourself and saying, I don't know what to do about this situation, or if this is the person for me, or You know, I've been saying this to all the other ladies, or majority of them, in my other videos and stuff and sessions, that we got to seek our creator first for the guidance that we're seeking, whether or not a person is meant for us, or if you're single and there's no one in mind. Even the very question, is it time for me to even date? um, are you ready for me to even be in a marriage? Or, you know, what am I supposed to be doing in my single period, in my singlehood? Or what am I supposed to be doing? Like, what do you have for me? Seek that from your creator first. Like, we have to develop a relationship with God for ourselves. We can't rely on readers and people outside of ourselves to be that medium. We're only here to help each other, you know, give each other another, like, more clarity and add on to whatever, not add on, I had to be careful with saying that, help to get further clarity into things, maybe even show you something that God is saying to you that you didn't see or you didn't get, or someone could be a help via their testimony. You know what I mean? Like, God will use people in our lives for different reasons and ways, but you have to seek God for self. And I'm learning this on another level, because yeah, that's a given, but I realize that a lot of times what we do is we lean upon each other, or more popular is to lean on people that have a gift, but we're just people. At the end of the day, we're humans. We're just vessels, human vessels, hopefully like for God. Not everybody is. Some people don't have the integrity for that. Some people just, you know, some people don't believe in karma. Some people just do it for the money. Some people do it for popularity. Some people have a hard time with going against the grain because they don't want people to dislike them and all of this other stuff. So they're not always being in their integrity. But if anybody don't say it, tarot reader is not going to be able to give you the full rundown how God will. That's just a given. That is what it is. So I would say this, that anything that you're seeking, start, especially if you feel like you're lacking in direction, you have to strengthen that relationship with God, because there's going to be a time where people might not be available to tell you, oh yeah, I think he's cool, yeah, I like him. And what is it that your gut's telling you? What is it that your true heart is telling you, beyond, you know, your emotions of what you desire, or what the person's projecting? Or even if a reader is accurate, what if that one time that person's not accurate because it wasn't something you should have been seeking from a person? It was something you and God were supposed to speak on, you know, about. Build that relationship first, because there's going to be moments where it's just you and God, and you're not going to be able to call a friend up, or, you know, this person or that person, or get a reading on this. It's like, we have to develop our relationship stronger in that way, to where you can start understanding how God is speaking to you. This is just what I'm getting, and anybody else is watching, if it resonates, it resonates. Okay. All right. I hope that helped. I didn't mean to, like, I don't know, go on a tangent. All right. So let me see here. Miss V, 83. Miss V. Um. Hmm. Where you at? Oh, I forgot. It's not under that. Okay. There it is. Okay. All right. You did ask about a specific person. Where we at? Let me change your timestamp. Okay. Alrighty. So, Miss B, let's get into your message. If you're not familiar with, I haven't been reading with cards in a few weeks, and it's been going smoothly. It's not something that I like been guided to always use and stuff like that. I haven't been leaning on it, so I'm going to um, just go off what I'm getting from God. Like, what are the downloads that I'm receiving? And then, if I feel led to, it's only if I feel led to, I'm only going to use my own set of cards. Um, if I'm led to, but if not, if it's just straightforward, it's clear, I don't feel like I need any type of assistance, then, we just gonna roll with it. Okay, so Miss B, your person in question, what is the message that you have for her, God? I'm hearing all is well written. That's weird. All is well written, and what was it? It just slipped. You just have to, take the steps that are mapped in front of you, because it's kind of like I heard like it's a clear voice, like that was clear. It's clear. Everything is well written. So it's like everything is already mapped out. Everything is already laid out in a way where it's like you don't even need to worry. This is like whatever this is, it's almost like a foreign situation of some sort. I'm not sure what the train represents. Um, Pretty much like like a journey, like a place of destination or travel. But I feel like it's kind of foreign because I'm seeing it's like the train tracks and stuff. It's like it's steady, but it's almost kind of like um, how I'm seeing it is like the direction is like kind of like weird, but the train is on the rails and it's very steady how it's moving, but it's just kind of like something about it is uncomfortable to you because it's foreign to you. This is the best way that I can describe the um, the symbols I'm seeing, like in these different pictures and visions I'm seeing. This is the best way I can describe it. Like this path, this railroad track, I feel like represents a path, a destination where you're headed and where you're going. It may not be smooth, maybe some twists and some turns, but I also feel like it's a little bit of uncomfortability because something is new to you. I feel like it's embracing the gift, embracing what God is doing for you. I'm seeing a little girl and she's being picked up. Um, it kind of looks like Santa Claus, but I feel like a father vibe from it. I don't. It's kind of like it looks like Santa Claus, but not really. It's like a dad, like it's a big teddy bear, like father, like daddy's girl type of vibe I'm picking up, and I feel like this is more so the divine, like God towards you. Um, it's like all is well, all is taken care. It's like this was a clear voice, unless I'm picking up a father figure, and it's like very loud, like a clear, stern voice, but it wasn't like um, intimidating, like in a scary way. It was like a man of authority, but it was still like a loving, still voice, very clear. You're taken care of. I feel like Spirit wants to provide you with the best, and it's like be receptive to receive that, to be receptive to receive the love that the divine has for you, and in what ways are they providing that to you in your life, whether this relates to this situation or just period in your life. I feel like this is just period. like, you need to know this for whatever reason. Like, this is something you needed to know. This, it's like this little girl is embracive of her father, and he's like kissing her, he's picking her up and holding her. It's a feeling of safety, of security, of reassurance, of love. Mm. Yeah, it's like you needed to like know this. I'm gonna pull a couple of cards from here because I'm not really getting anything else. That was pretty clear, what was coming out. I'm not really picking anything up with the person. So they feel like you have like a strong essence. They feel like you have a unique energy. So it says, I feel your essence deeply. It's unique and it's intense. I feel like I will never get it right. Um, for some reason, like that message, I'm not getting anything about, I would like the energy I was picking up. It seemed like it was all around just your life in general, just to know that you're provided for and that you're protected, to know that everything is mapped out in the way that it should be for you and all is well. Like, it's nothing to worry about. I wasn't really getting a strong impression on like love or anything like that, or this person coming up. It was like spirit just wanted to talk to you. Like, God had a message for you. It's a fatherly energy that I'm picking up on, just solely focused upon you. And the biggest thing I'm getting is like you're going to have to be receptive. It's like anticipate good things coming to you like you would Christmas, because it is a Christmas vibe I pick up from this energy. It's like a child that's expectant to receive everything on their Christmas list, or expecting that one big thing that they wanted on their Christmas list, and having that anticipation, during Christmas Eve for Christmas morning to receive what you've asked. It's like have that type of expectation and faith. And I don't feel like it's specifically on a person. I feel like it's more so on being provided for in what it is in essence that you asked for. So it's not so much the essence of like this specific man or this specific job, but it's like being able to do what you love, right? So you might want to work at Disneyland, but your calling may be actually to work in animation or work with children, right? It doesn't have to be Disney, right? Or if it's a man, it doesn't, your sole desire is, let's say for instance, to be married and to have these type of qualities and love in your relationship, and these types of this type of foundation in your marriage. But it may not, it doesn't start and end with a specific person. They're a part of that. They are their essence more than anything, but it's not so much a specific person. So the desire that you have at the end of the day, that's what spirit is saying, to anticipate the desire, the foundation of your desire, not so much the specifics of those things. Like, those things they play a role and they are relevant in some sense, but those things are not always guaranteed, because it's like there's a bigger picture. So a lot of times we'll want certain things, but they might not always align with what's for us. But the soul thing of what we're asking for, that's what we truly desire. That's what we should be hopeful for and expectant of, if that makes sense. So for whatever reason, that wanted to come out like that. It's very weird, but hey, I thought I was going to be able to finish this before my aunt got back, but I don't think I'm going to. All right, so Miss Jessica. Okay. Clear channel, you know how it goes. I might pull from one of my decks if I'm led to. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hop right in. God, what message do you have for Jessica? What is the message you have for Jessica? You're not doing anything wrong. I feel like you needed to know that. Like, you're not doing anything wrong. It feels like I'm seeing like this, like, vision. It seems like kind of lonely, like, okay, I'm just by myself at home type of thing. I feel like that you find comfort in independence and being like on your own, but it's like there's some pressure to that. And I feel like when you get in a place like it kind of gets low, you might question whether it's something that you're doing wrong. And I'm not getting that you're doing anything wrong. Like, I'm getting to tell you that you're not doing anything wrong. I feel like where you're at right now is kind of like seclusion, so that you can finally see something from a different perspective. Like, it's just time for you. Like, it seems like an energy of, the best way that I can describe this is like you're kind of releasing and letting go of this person in a way that you were holding on to them, like that type of essence. Like, there was a energy, a way in which you were holding on to this person. You're not doing that anymore. So it kind of feels foreign. It kind of feels weird. It's almost like, should I be in this place? Should I let this, like, just let this be how it's flowing? Or what? It's like a weird feeling, but I feel like you're in a void. You're in a place where you're kind of just like floating. How do I explain it? You know, those, they're very popular. They're, they're like, I forgot what they're called, but they're like these rooms that you go into where you have like these earbuds in, your eyes are covered, and you're just floating in water. Like, it's a big pool that you're in and you're just floating. I forgot what those are called, but it's a form of like meditation. Like, it's supposed to like be place of stillness and peace, like where you kind of just forget everything where you're at. You're in a void. It's almost like you're just in between space, right? um that's the feeling that I'm getting. But that space where you're at is like you're more receptible to receive God, like spirit, to receive God, or to hear clearly from God, or to understand where you're at and why you're at where you're at. It's kind of like you're in a place of wilderness. I don't know why I'm getting it like that, but that's what I'm getting. It feels like foreign energy. It feels weird. It feels strange. It's like in between, but it's like a float, like just still. Because there's other things that I feel like you are focused on, but it's like clear intent and all of that. That's where spirit is trying to get you to. That's where you're like at. I don't know if cereal is your thing, or cereal, like, is this person's thing, like, even when it's not morning. Because, like, my little sister, she likes to eat cereal, like, any time of the day. Like, she's a cereal eater. Like, she likes to eat cereal box cereal. But, that's what I'm saying. Let me see how this person... Oh. What's in his heart, guy? I feel you checking up on me. So this person feels like you're checking up on them, but I feel like they're kind of guilty of that too. I feel like you played me. So I feel like this person, I feel like how this person is feeling like you've detached your energy, which I feel like you have. You have removed your energy and they feel it. And it's almost like when you're connected to people, or you have a tie there, whether it's a soul tie, or it's a divine like tie between people. I feel like that tie that's there, you can pick up on and sense when another person is like detaching and moving away. You can feel the friction between the others. So it's like something that's being pulled, but it's like spirit doesn't want you to be distracted by that. because Spirit has you in a void. It's almost like you can't be touched right now. Like nobody's supposed to be in your space right now for a reason. That's how I'm picking it up. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Because that's what I'm getting. So let me know if that resonated. I'm going to move on to Miss Brittany. Okay. I believe, Brittany, you just wanted to know what's going on in your love life. You didn't have anybody specific in mind. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Getting back into your inner child is important. There's a level of it's a level of like this desire to connect with things in a childlike way, because I'm seeing a little kid and she's like petting, like, what are these ducklings? I don't know what I'm seeing. They look like ducks, I guess, but they look like little baby ducks or whatever. It's a level of connecting with and vibing and loving and nurturing things like a child. It's almost like curiosity, but not quite. But it's like this part, it has something to do with your heart space, like your heart and how you connect with things and others and your openness. It's something with the childlike nature that I feel like is very essential when it comes to your love life. There's certain things that you may desire to extend your hand out to, or to explore like a child. And I feel like these are things that you've put off, or for whatever reason, out of fear, you never allowed yourself to fully do things. Like, so let's say, for instance, well, I can't go to this place because, none of my friends ever want to go. But it's like, okay, well, take yourself and go. If it's like an event or something that you're curious about, going to, and you feel like it's out of your element, if it's not something dangerous. I'm not getting anything like, oh, you should just like join a sex club or something. I'm not saying like nothing like that. It's like, let's say, for instance, you've always wanted to go snorkeling, but you haven't because you have a fear of the water, or you have a fear of dolphins or something. But it's like a part of you wants to explore that, and the excuse may have been, well, oh, none of my family ever wants to go, or oh, I never had the time. Now is the time to do that. I feel there's a reason why God is saying this. I don't know why, but it's like that's something to like start exploring different things, especially the things that you put off due to excuses or fear or self-doubt, whatever it is. If it's like taking a class, something like that, where your heart has a chance to expand and to like laugh, and to laugh at yourself or laugh with other people. And it's a cycle, a new chapter. That's what I'm really seeing. Like, that's what I'm getting. But make sure that it's not becoming a distraction, because even, there's still that time of solitude between you and God throughout, the course of your day, throughout your journey, period, where you're consulting. Is this something that's meant for me? Is this something that will be of my highest good? God, help me to overcome my fear. Help me to overcome, rejection, or help me to overcome self-doubt. Help me to be more open and embracive to things or change, or to meeting new people. Give me discernment, who is, to come into my space, and, those types of things. Like, just make sure that you include God in everything that you do. But this is like a time when it comes to your love life, somehow this relates. It's not like, oh, this, verbal, like, you need to do this, you need to do that for love. It's like it's connected, but it's seemingly unconnected, if that makes sense. Like, it seems like it's not, but it is. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Um, I keep seeing references to animals. So if animals mean something to you, it could be connected to you doing things that involve like animal. Um, it could be just wanting to go to the zoo. I mean, something with animals maybe, or um, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I have to let mom in. But that's pretty much not getting anything else. It's kind of short. Mm. Yeah, not getting anything else. Like, it was pretty just like boom, boom, boom. I just hear trust the process. Like, that's the biggest thing, is it's not talking about love in that way. The reason why this is coming up, it's relevant. That's all I'm getting. Okay, so hopefully that resonated with you. Ooh, I'm going to move on here. Okay. Ariel. I think you just wanted, what can you expect? Um, I don't know why I heard 1, 2, 3, stop. That was interesting. For some reason, I'm not really getting anything about like love, and that's for some people. Like, it's not clear. Not that it's not clear, but it's like nothing. Interesting. God, what do you want her to know? It's not a focus, or it's not something, at least not a main focus or main priority. It's not something to be put in a main priority. It's not anything coming up. To be honest, I don't feel like that's something that God wants you to place your focus on. fly you to the moon. I'm gonna be honest, there's nothing coming up about love. I feel like it's not something that you should be focused on, or at least not a priority focus. Um, there's a reason for that. It's not anything for discouragement or to say you're doing something wrong per se. It's more, there's something that's supposed to have your time right now. Um, what that is, God's not telling me anything for a reason. It's not like I'm not getting anything, like it's not just coming out like that. And I feel, I'll be honest, this is a message I keep getting for a lot of people. And even for myself, I've been challenged in this area to not seek outside of myself so much, and especially not first. Like, not to seek outside of ourselves for anybody before we go to source, before we go to God for anything. Like, we shouldn't be doing that. There's something that has to have your focus and time right now, and I feel like it's something that is personal between you and God, because it's not coming out. It's not being given to me. Like, it's not coming to me. Like, I don't believe it's for me to know. But this is between you and your creator. And I feel like this is for you to start seeking that divine source guidance, like truly seeking it out for yourself and listening for it. So I would be very mindful to not just, because I have like kind of worry about this, and it is what it is. Like, people getting upset with me saying that, oh, you need to seek source first and not seek everybody else. But there's a reason for that. That is a message I've been getting a lot lately, for myself, for others, collectively. Like, we cannot, and my sister said that to me earlier today, and I know that it's true. Like, I have to accept because she's one of the people that I will go to. And if it wasn't her, it was my cards. If it's not her, it's another one of my sisters, and I can't do that. They don't have all of the answers, as Kanye West say. Like, you ain't got all the answers, Sway. And it's true, we all don't all have the answers for each other in a way that God has it. And some people might be upset with that. And it's true, you know. We can't be calling ourselves spiritual and all of this and talking about the universe when we don't consult in that source first and foremost, because it does have all of the answers. It's like, this is a call to you and pull and encouragement to you from God, to like seek completely out for God, to seek the things that you're asking for. And I don't feel like God is going to give me the easy route to tell you, because there's nothing coming out, but that doesn't mean that there's not something that God wants to reveal to you about your love life. But I will be honest, I don't feel like that's something that you should be focused on right now. It feels like it's something else that wants to be given to you, that wants to be revealed to you, and it's between you and God. And it's just a simple thing. You don't got to be all extra. Like, sometimes we think we have to be extra with prayers or how we speak to God or the universe, whatever you feel comfortable with saying. But it's simple as, what do you want me to know? Or whatever is on your heart to ask. That you have you're connected to Source. Source wants to hear from you. Source wants to talk to you. Your creator wants to speak to you, wants to talk to you. That connection's always been there. So I kind of feel like kind of bummed because I can't say anything, but that happens. I don't always get messages. I'm not getting anything to say. So I hope that helps you. The thing is, I hope that it leads you in the right direction, because it might not be like anything that you've expected. I have to be honest, I'm not getting anything. Nothing's coming out. Absolutely nothing about love or anything like that is coming out. So what wants to come out is coming out. So I just have to honor what God is saying. So I hope that you accept the message in however way that it's meant to, or you could just be like, whatever, F her. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not getting anything. So much love to you. As always, there's nothing wrong with seeking God first and having that relationship with God, because we're not always available, and everybody, you know, we're flawed. We're just human vessels, and God is the only truth at the end of the day. So I hope that helped you, lead you in the right direction, I should say. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move on to Miss Hannah. Pen. Okay. Hannah, did you have a person in mind? Did you have Hannah? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you're aware that I have not been using cards for a while, and if I do use them, it's only going to be my cards as of right now, if I'm led to. I haven't really needed them, so there's no need to you know, as my base. I don't need them. So I'm just going to seek out and what it is that you need to know at this time. What messages do you have for Hannah at this time? What message do you have for Hannah? Thank you, God. I feel an impression more than anything, and it's like a desire for closeness. It's a desire for some type of like affectionate energy. Could be something specific that is on your mind or on your heart that maybe you've already experienced with this person, that you kind of like play back in your mind from like a past, like something that you hold dear, like an experience or a moment that you guys had that you desire, or something that you envision in your mind that you desire to have. I'm seeing a cuddle, like a couple embracing each other. Like it looks like the woman's sitting on a man's lap, like sitting on top of him with her, like, you know, on his lap or whatever. I'm seeing that. I feel like it's a strong desire here. God, so what are you saying? It's something about this that is, it seems like there's something in this situation that's not happening, or it's not something that is, um, it's like something that is either, it's an old situation and it seems like it's dead, because I'm seeing, it looks like a man, he's laying on the ground and this woman is like walking over him, like walking past him. So it's like a situation that, it's like there's no life in it, or there's no movement in it. It's like something that either desires to be revived or it's not being revived. It's like something that is like, it's, I have to be honest, like what I'm saying is like, it's either this is a situation that is like it was a past situation where it's nothing, like now there's no relationship right now, or it's like it's like romance is dead or it's gone, it feels like, or something that a romance that never got off the ground, something that never came to fruition. It's like deserted or just like this. Why is this man laying on the floor? It's so weird how I'm saying this. Mm. Let me see how it's supposed to feel. I'm not getting anything that's, I mean, that's happened for a few people. Like sometimes it's nothing like that wants to come out. I feel like I need to keep my eyes on you, and I feel like we're bad for each other, and I feel you are a rare find that I will never come across another like you. So this kind of feels like something that's stagnant right now, or just no one's moving, no one's making a move like this person mainly. And I don't know if you're trying to seek if this is something you should continue with or if this is someone that there's hope for or something, but it does feel like it's a um, kind of lifeless energy. Like it's from what I saw in my vision, it seems like this is either something that you um, will eventually like walk away from, like if you haven't already, or it's something you're contemplating, or it's like nothing's happening. Because I'm not getting any type of connectedness. Like it doesn't feel like there's a strong activity between the two of you. It seems very faint. That's the best way that I can describe it. Why? I don't know why it's coming out like that, but that's how I'm feeling. That's what I'm picking up right now. Mm. It's very faint. It's like there's something with memories or like a desire that's keeping this alive somehow, but like it's not anything like physical energy being fed or any type of physical movement. I'm not seeing anything like that. Hmm. I would ask, I would not ask anybody outside of yourself these questions. I would ask for divine, for like God to lead you in the right direction of what you need to do with this situation, because you're not going to get answers outside of yourself. It's just, it's not going to happen. Um, it has to come from source. That clarity that you're seeking, or where you stand with this person, and all of that, I would encourage to ask God to reveal to you. this person and what God wants you to do about the situation, because I'm not getting anything. And to be honest, it feels like something's being held onto from the past, or some type of desires held on, but it's like not getting any life in this situation. If this person is actively in your life, it's something that's being held on to, even though there's no movement, there's nothing. I'm not getting anything. So yeah, I would consult spirit first, not to hop between readers or hop watching this reading and that reading. I would, unless this makes complete sense to you, you got confirmation or answers, I would say to consult source, like consult God first. Ask, like, what should I do? Because yeah, and you have to acknowledge like what's there, like what you're feeling, what you're seeing, not what this person or that person's being like saying to you, not even what I'm saying to you. It's like you gotta seek divine insight on that, straight from source to you, not another person and then you. And yeah, no. Mm-mm. Yeah, because this is what I'm seeing. Like, I'm not picking anything up, like strong impression of energy or. So yeah, I hope that, I'm sorry, I hope that helped you, because it's like sometimes it's a little bit of a like strength, like, I'm not picking anything up, and I don't want to like force something to come out that's not there. Be like, give me something, spirit, but it's nothing there that I'm seeing. At least what God's giving to me, I'm not getting anything other than what I've been shown. So yeah, I hope that helped you out. At least I hope that leads you into the right direction. Like, please seek divine counsel first, please, before anything else. Outside of anybody else, please consult spirit until you get your answer. And if you still feel like it's not clear, then if you feel led to, seek someone out. But your first go-to should be God. Okay? All right, let's move to Miss Alyssa. I hope that helped you. All right, Miss Alyssa. And you had a specific person. I remember who your situation was, I think. Let me see. Alyssa. Yeah, okay. God, what do you want her to know about this person in question? This person seems like they're like, um, kind of like absent from their emotions. Like, they're kind of just like go with the flow of things. Like, this person's kind of just like moving without a cause, like, or just go with the flow. Um, you might have to, I would never suggest this, but like sometimes you do need to like be assertive with some people. I wouldn't say that take the lead all the time, but sometimes you do need to assert yourself. And I feel like right now, if there is to be some type of movement, I feel like you're being encouraged to at least assert yourself in some type of way, because it seems like this person is like just going with emotions. Mm, give me clarity. Yeah, and if it's a a situation, like a pattern where you feel like you have to constantly assert yourself, um, take note of that. What I mean by take note of that is like if you're constantly having to pursue or to like move a person in a certain direction, it's like, okay, is this something that I want to continue? Like, is this a person that is in the right? Are they even in a position of being what I'm looking for in a relationship or being able to maintain a relationship? Because it seems like this person, they like the vision I'm seeing is like a person that's kind of walking like a robot. Like they're just this person's absent from their emotions, or they're not sharing their emotions. It's almost like they're very numb. This is the only time I'm going to do this because I keep looking at this deck, and this is the only time I'm going to do this. At least for right now, because if receiving what you need, progressing, arriving, moving on, closure issues. So like, yeah, I feel it's something about needing to be clear if like you're getting, because it's something like with movement. There's something with movement, and I don't feel like this person is like moving in a clear direction. It's kind of like they're just going with wherever you are going, or they're just they're not clear with their intentions, or they don't have any intentions. They're just kind of just float. Like, how do I explain? They're like robotic. So if it be that you might need to assert yourself with this person, but if you're constantly asserting yourself, you're constantly pursuing, you're constantly initiating, then that's something you need to evaluate. Like, if you're really getting what you need and what you deserve. Like, that's what I get from this. Because it says receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. I need to get my nails done, but yeah, this is the only time I'm going to do this, you guys. I'm not going to do this all the time. Because it's like this person's, I feel you're someone safe to let my guard down with. Like, there's a level of comfortability. Again, like, I'm going to stick to what I'm getting because I don't need the cards. So I'll be saying, like, I have them just in case, but I don't be feeling led to use them like that. I feel like it's something for you to really sit with and just be openly honest with yourself, whether it is or it isn't. This person really what I'm needing, what I'm looking for, are they capable of? Why? Like, ask these questions for yourself, because it seems like there's like this person is like they're not moving, like they're almost like robotic, they're almost emotionless. Like, you have the divine eyes to see and use your discernment, and I feel like that's what you're being guided to do in this situation, and be assertive, or take some type of, if it's not be assertive in a way of like pursuing something with this person, that it could be not being in the limbo waiting until something happens, or oh, I'll wait around to see if he's gonna do this, or if this changes. It's like you might need to step into your authority and make a change, or to end something, or to close something, whatever it may be. That's just what I'm getting. This person looks, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, like a toy, so like he's robotic. And I feel like that represents this person is kind of just going with emotions, on autopilot. There's no emotion. Not seeing that that type of person is not in a position to be in the lead, be a leader, or to um, initiate anything, direct anything in a relationship. So, at least from what I'm seeing right now, and if it's something that is ongoing, I feel like Spirit's saying, okay, well, what do you want to do? with this. So if this is even at my highest good, because that is, you know what I mean? Um, yeah, that's what I'm getting for you right now with that situation. That's what's coming out like the strongest. It's the first thing I saw was, I don't know what that thing was. It looks like a toy soldier kind of, but not really. It kind of looks like iRobot, but iRobot was a little aggressive. But that's what I'm getting. So um, I think that's all of us tonight, ladies. Much love. It's kind of late. Sorry if I'm talking low. I thought I was gonna get this done before my aunt got home, or back to the hotel room, but no, it's okay. But much love as always. I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you guys soon. Take care. Be blessed. Be safe.